Oh.
Oh, indeed. Okay. Very short today.
Yeah.
We've only got 7 films and 7 things in the shelf. The dogs are here, so they might bark through it. So O begins with Oldboy.
Of course.
Which is a great film. And I was very happy recently to be able to buy a lovely box set of it from Arrow with the other 2 films in the Vengeance trilogy.
I'm going to have to let you know when I was just going to...
Okay. So that's Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Lady Vengeance. So the trilogy is directed by Park Chan-wook, who we've talked about with in relation to The Handmaiden, and I'm a...
Oh, he did The Handmaiden?
Yeah. So this is a lovely box set of the 3 of them that's designed to look like the lift from the film. It has a lovely book in it. I love Oldboy, but I've only seen it once. I've struggled with the idea of going back to watch it. For the one scene with the octopus, but no spoilers.
What's the thing to do to the octopus?
I'm not going to say.
Is an octopus harmed in the making of Oldboy?
Yes.
Oh.
But it's a great film. I saw it just after it came out, and I haven't quite got over what happens in it yet. You haven't seen it, have you?
Well, I will never see it now. Because I really like octopus.
Yeah, me too.
Is it octopuses or octopi? Octopi.
But it's an amazing film. It's a brilliant, twisty story, and it's all this box set's also got the other 2 from the trilogy, and they're great as well. And that's a lovely physical.
People
item.
do rave about it.
It's great. I do fancy. I think
men rave about it.
Before watching this again, I might watch the Spike Lee remake of it, which I think is probably terrible. Josh Brolin as the Oldboy character, but I like Spike Lee, and I'm interested in seeing why he even bothered to remake it, because I kind of hate that thing of people remaking films with subtitles just because they have to be remade. So I'm hoping that Spike Lee saw something in Oldboy that he felt could be
Spike Lee
value added remake of, rather than it just being he was making it because he needed an English language version. Next comes one of my favourites, one of the best westerns, Once Upon a Time in the West.
I've seen Once Upon a Time in America.
Yes. This is not that.
Is that coming up?
No, I haven't got a Blu-ray of that. That's the...
But it's based on
that's
that,
the
right?
Oh, no, Once Upon a Time in America is the gangster one, yeah?
But it's based on that?
No. It's just directed by the same director.
Oh.
Sergio Leone made it.
Oh, he just had a theme going.
Yeah. So Once Upon a Time in the West...
Is it as long as the American one?
This is shorter. This is 2 hours 30 or 40.
Not that the length is a problem, because it's so
2:45.
absorbing.
Well, this is very absorbing.
Yeah.
This has a
it's an epic, isn't it?
35-minute opening shot that's silent, and it's incredible.
I'd be fast forwarding through that.
No, you wouldn't, because it's gripping.
Mm.
Soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks. It's got Henry Fonda in it as the bad guy. They twisted him into the bad guy, and he works really well. It's just amazing.
'Cause he's usually the good guy.
Yeah,
isn't
he's usually the superhero, super cowboy sheriff, isn't he?
Works well.
It's amazing. Next up, Luke will be upset that it's in this place in the thing, because we should have a section on numbers, but this is 127 hours, which remains one of my most tense cinema experiences.
Yeah. There's so much hype around it, wasn't it? But even though the film is really enjoyable, and the cutbacks, the flashbacks,
it's very well done, isn't it?
But you're just waiting for that moment.
Oh yeah.
It's like open water, isn't it?
Yes.
Where you're just tense the whole way
through. Even totally knowing everything that was going to happen.
Yeah. But then at the end of the day, you just want to get that thing off.
Well, yeah.
And just get on with it.
And there's a moment there's a moment in it where, during that activity, where sound and vision comes together perfectly to demonstrate.
What's she got there? A sock. That's okay.
The cutting of a tendon. It's one of the worst
Oh,
things.
yeah.
Where the screen flashes white and it goes on the soundtrack.
Everything he's doing with the knife that blunts it
Yeah.
beforehand, you're just thinking,
Don't do that.
don't do that. At least we know kind of what to do now if we get...
Oh yeah, keep sharpening that blade.
Yeah, don't blunt that thing.
Don't be an idiot and go mountain biking in a valley without telling anyone you're going anywhere.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
But I saw him on This Morning years ago.
Yeah.
And it really did change his life.
Yeah, for the better.
And give him a career.
He still goes mountaineering and stuff, doesn't he?
But he tells someone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very important point. If you're going to go and do an extreme sport that could cause any trouble.
And people that do extreme sports never stop when they get bits.
It makes
off.
it more extreme, doesn't it? More exciting for them.
If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room.
That's just from in Tiger King. There's a brilliant bit with somebody's arm, which is exactly the same. She's back at work 7 days later with a stump.
I guess there's a tiger. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, tiger takes her arm. Next up, Onibaba.
I've watched it.
Yes, a Japanese film that you've watched that's black and white and has samurai in it.
Because it's led by 2 women.
Yes. So this is one of my favourites of the Japanese films. So if you don't know Onibaba, people out there, it's a ghost story that is about 2 women who live in a reed forest, isn't it? It's it's lots of shots of amazing reeds.
Well, it's a water-based property, right?
They lure samurai in, drop them down a big hole, and then sell their armour to other people. That's how they live.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is... I would need to put that on at some point.
Whose stomach was that?
I don't know.
I think that was Artie's.
Dog.
Oh, it's so good.
It's excellent.
It's so good.
Next up is Only Lovers Left Alive, Jim Jarmusch's vampire film.
Beautiful.
I like how he's now working through all the genres. He's just done a zombie film. I keenly await the Jim Jarmusch werewolf film that probably isn't coming.
What monsters? Nice.
Zombies.
What zombies?
The dead don't.
Okay, you can have this sock.
Dog's being pacified with a sock. So Only Lovers Left Alive. I really want to do a double bill of this with Orlando for 2 films where Kate Blanchett plays an immortal.
Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton. Plays an immortal of sorts. It's great, isn't it? Atmospheric, amazing soundtrack.
Yeah.
Stupid wigs.
They're just cool rockers who happen to be vampires.
Yes.
You can imagine they're a bit like David Bowie and Mick Jagger in Berlin in the 70s.
Yeah. Just living it up. Full of ennui as well. A bit of ennui.
And the music's great.
It's excellent. Next is the lovely Criterion edition of Marlon Brando in On the Waterfront.
Could have been a contender.
It could have been. It's a great film. I hadn't seen this until a couple of years ago. It's fantastic. Some acting going on in that. And it's a really good story.
It is a good story about chances lost, and he's just beautiful in it.
It's amazing. Then comes Francis Ford Coppola's The Outsiders, which isn't one of the best Francis Ford Coppola's, but it does contain the greatest cast of 80s youth. Matt Dillon, Tom Cruise, Emilio Estevez, C. Thomas Howell, Diane Lane, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, and Ralph Macchio.
We should have... This should have been our outdoor movie.
We could watch that outdoors.
Because we watched Stand By Me again.
We did watch Stand By Me again. It was great.
Yeah, because it's just a winner.
Works so well outside.
Yeah.
When they're all sitting around the campfire having a cigarette.
Oh.
It's like we're out there with them.
Yeah. This
Outsiders would work though, wouldn't it?
Let's keep this.
Stay gold, pony boy. What a film. And then last in the O's is The Oxbow Incident.
Yeah.
Western with Henry Fonda. Have you seen this?
A film by William A. Wellman. William Wellman.
William Wellman. What else did William Wellman do? I don't know. He did Wings, which won the first Best Picture Oscar.
Oh.
And he did The Public Enemy with James Cagney. Gangster movie. So this is great. This is a noir theme type Western. So it's 1942. It's it's basically a noir that happens to be set in the 1800s.
Okay.
Cattle rustling activity happens. The town forms a mob to go and get them.
They're always forming mobs, aren't
and they hang the wrong man. It's great. Really good. So that's all we have under O.
Okay, which ones will you take with you?
I will take To My Desert Island, Once Upon a Time in the West, Onibaba, and On the Waterfront, I think.
Okay.
About you, what do you have from there?
127 hours.
Ooh, even if you're on a desert island on your own.
Well, yeah, just to give me the courage in case I need to get out of a trap.
Okay.
Onibaba.
Mm.
Also a good manual for how to survive in the
As
wilderness.
long as some people come along that you can steal their armour and sell it. Yeah.
And Only Lovers Left Alive.
Nice. Good choices. So, we haven't had any questions in from the public yet.
Sorry, I've got 3 for you.
Oh, have you? Because
Yeah.
I've got a question for you, so give me one first.
Okay, my question for you today is, what do you think is the best fake... Oh no, oh yeah, we've done the thing. Best fake advert in a film?
Fake advert?
Yeah. I know what you're going to say.
Well, there's 2 that spring to mind immediately. We Are Ready to Believe You, the Ghostbusters advert.
Okay.
With the ghost on the string. I love that advert.
Yeah.
And I also like the main advert in Starship Troopers with the like, want to travel to far off places and destroy bugs. Like, done like a full on propaganda.
That is not what I thought you were going to say.
What did you think I was going to say?
It's Suntory time.
Oh, well, that's obviously also amazing, isn't it?
And also the Christmas advert from Scrooged.
Yes.
Anyway, lots.
There's a lot of good adverts on there in films.
Okay, do you want another question?
Go on. What were you going to say? Were you going to just say Scrooge?
Well, I thought you were going to say Suntory time, and then I was going to say Scrooge.
Well, double Murray.
What's your question for me?
My question was going to be, and it's apropos of nothing, what is your favourite house in a film? Which one would you most like to live in?
That's a good question. I think I would like to live in Cameron's house in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ooh.
In the
With
woods.
Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a great house.
What about you?
I've got 2. I want to live in the house from Poltergeist. Not with Poltergeist in it, but just because of what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's like the most apple pie American, but modern house.
Yeah.
And the other one that I'd like to live in is the house from Knives Out.
Mm.
Because I really like that study that the old man lives in, has with just stuff.
Yeah. Good question.
Thanks.
Okay, here's another question for you. Well, I've got 3 questions.
You got one?
Pick a number between 2 and 5.
4.
Okay. What do you think is the most memorable pet in a film?
Oh, we've had animals.
Okay. What do you think is the best use of a lift in a film?
Oh. I like the body on the top of the lift in Silence of the Lambs during the SWAT assault, because it's great when they look down the lift and they see the body on the top of the lift and they assume it's the dead Lecter or the unconscious Lecter, and they shoot him in the leg.
Yeah.
And that scene is made even better by the fact that Chris Isaac is the SWAT team leader. And I've always enjoyed that.
Good answer.
What else has it got a lift in it?
Well,
good?
that's the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Any choices for you for a lift?
I like because I used to have a big phobia about lifts. But in the beginning of Speed, that's. Do you remember?
I can't remember. I've only seen Speed once when it came out.
It's not. It doesn't start with the
lorry.
The bus.
Car bus lorry. Yeah.
It starts with them getting people out of a lift.
Oh, to show that they are already in the world of bomb disposal. Does it? Who's getting them out of the lift?
Keanu.
Is he a bomb disposal expert?
No, he's a cop, isn't he?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's speed. And people are trapped in the lift and they've got to do that thing of like prizing open the doors and then sliding them out.
As it's about to go.
And it's always like for about 10 years after I watched that film, it would pop into my mind every time I went into a lift, thinking, would you have the courage to slither out knowing that it could just fall at any minute and you just get chopped in half?
There's a lift in The Fly that does a good head squash, isn't there?
Maybe. But that can't happen in real life.
Why?
They're not built that
It's like
way.
an industrial lift though, isn't it? It's like a pallet lift.
Yeah. Also Die Hard. Good lift shaft action.
Good lift shaft action.
And in the Grand Budapest Hotel with the lobby boy.
Yes. Grand Budapest Hotel also, maybe we should have a think about what their favourite funiculars.
That'll be a small category.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, good.
Okay,
so
that's great.
I wonder what everyone else's answers are to those questions.
Well, but I shall post those questions against the video, I think. It'll be interesting to see what people think.
Yeah, there's tons of lifts when you think about it.
Yeah, they're a very good dramatic thing, aren't they?
An enclosed space.
Ooh.
That whole film where there's a lift where there's like a demon in the lift and they can't see it.
Devil. The M. Night Shyamalan produced Devil that I went to see at the cinema and I missed the first 5 minutes. Too late going in.
So you didn't get
So watched it, wondering what the hell was going on, and then it was on the TV a couple of years later and I saw the first 5 minutes like, oh right, which is why I will never walk into a film late.
You'll never go in.
No.
Not even if it's just not even started.
No, I will not walk
We
in.
have to go in for all the trailers.
Yes.
That's the reason why, is it?
Yeah, I don't want to miss anything.
Mm.
I was just thinking
Makes
about
sense,
another
yeah.
amazing lift with somebody. What was that we watched with a lift lowering somebody down into a sinister basement?
Oh, single white female.
Was it?
Where she gets the screwdriver and that's how the lift works. And you're
Oh,
thinking,
yeah,
why are we're lingering on that
Why are we gonna,
screwdriver
Why
shot?
are we looking at Chekhov's gun?
But it's the old-fashioned lift.
Yeah,
with
they're always good.
Yeah.
Blade Runner, Angel Heart's got one of those in as well. It's like that old tenement building thing with the slidey.
Yeah, they're a good use for dramatic tension, aren't they?
They are.
Lifts?
Yeah. Right, on that note,
Yeah.
back tomorrow for pee.
Pee.
I'll have a pee, please, Bob.
Did you ever learn the dance?
No. 3 shelves of peas.
You didn't learn the Blockbusters dance. You
No.
didn't do it when it was on.
No. It was on ITV. I didn't watch ITV. While Blockbusters was on, I would have been watching Rolf's Cartoon Club.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. In hindsight, Blockbusters would have been better. Anyway, on that note, we're off.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks. Take care. Kind regards.
All the best.
Bye.
Bye.
Addendum.
Postscript.
Postscript. We found a Blu-ray that had been incorrectly filed.
Yeah. We'd gone down a dumb waiter in films tangent, hadn't we?
Yes.
And then you
I
said...
spotted a film that had been put in the wrong place.
Because let's be honest, you're getting sloppy.
No, it's because I moved it for a photograph and I didn't put it back where it was meant to be. So this is the steelbook of Only God Forgives.
Ryan Gosling.
So this was the follow-up to Drive. So it's Ryan Gosling. It's directed by Nicholas Winding Refn that did Drive as well. From what I remember, this was universally panned.
Oh.
I loved it. I went to see it at the cinema. It was universally
Is it the
panned.
same character as Drive?
No. He's a guy that runs a boxing club in Thailand, and he's going on a revenge mission. And it's one of those films where it's like a computer game. He just fights his way towards the end of the game. It's a bit like The Raid. But it's got Kristen Scott Thomas in it, who was really good in it. It's like a neon, crazed, weird film. But yeah, it was nowhere near as good as Drive, but I loved it. I need to watch that again, actually. So, thank you. Sorry, little postscript. Bye.